What's good, y'all? It's Jay Games for real, back with another video. And today, as you see by the title, we're doing the 1 hour rebuild challenge. I have 1 hour to rebuild the team and try to win the Super Bowl within that hour. So let's get into it. Alright, so let's go ahead and start the timer and get into it. The timer's starting now. So first thing we're going to do is check the team. We need to build up our offense. We ain't got AP no more. So I'm probably going to sign a running back. Probably not. No, I'm not going to sign a running back. Dwayne Haskins going to be starting quarterback. Yeah. O-line's okay. Need to work on the left side. Need some tight ends. Defense. It's okay. Not great, but not bad. Alright, so we're probably just going to stem partly through this first season. To at least mid-season. Alright, so I stopped it at week 8 to get some trades in. Our record is 2-5. Terry McLaurin got hurt. Damn. We're going to start back over. We're not in it for the Super Bowl this year. See what trades we can make. Probably trade John Bostic. Alright, so we're going to see if this trade right here works for a first round pick from the Browns. And we got it. Alright. So we made it one trade. I'm just going to check some contracts. We traded Reuben Foster, 5th in a 2022 4th round pick for a first round pick from the Broncos. Let's go ahead and sim the rest of the season. Alright, we just got the off season right here. We finished with the record of 5-11, last in the NFC East. That's okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign some players real quick, and then we're gonna head into free agency. Alright, so here we are in free agency. We're gonna go ahead and check the team out, see what we need. This is the team so far. I'm probably gonna get Perry like a receiver or two. A tight end we really need. On defense, need a middle linebacker. Yeah. I think I should start Montez. Yeah, so probably gonna get a middle linebacker on defense. So let's go ahead and hop into free agency. With our first free agency move, we're going to go for John Ross for a 3-year, $2.5 mil contract with a signing bonus of 1.35 mil. With the second signing, we're going to sign a left guard, Isaac, whatever his last name is. I don't know what that says, but yeah. With another signing, we're going to sign middle linebacker Dylan Cole. We're also going to sign right outside linebacker Nathan Gary. So Dylan Cole did not sign for it with us, so we're going to go for Ben right here. We picked up Deron Payne's 5th-year option for this year. So yeah. So now it's time for the draft. Let's head into it. So we're going to look at the team, see what we need real quick before we draft. We need a tight end. Hopefully there's a tight end later in the rounds. We need a left tackle. On defense, we might look for a free safety. Hopefully a middle linebacker. And yeah, so go ahead and start getting to the draft. So we're gonna go ahead and draft this left tackle, Chris Francisco. Oh, how you pronounce his last name? 72 overall. Drafted him high, but we need a left tackle. With this pick, we're gonna go ahead and draft a receiver, Clayton Creighton, out of Tennessee. 73 overall.
Are now on the clock.
With this pick, we're gonna get left outside linebacker Harold Pendleton out of Notre Dame. 76 overall, ranked number 6 in true value. With our second round pick, we're going to get a tight end Terry Higgins out of South Carolina.
The Bills are now on the clock.
With our third round pick, we're going to get right outside linebacker Taylor Bennett out of Florida. He's probably not going to be that good, but
the Bills are now on the clock.
So after the draft, here's our offense, our new left tackle, tight end, receiver. And on defense, I'm probably going to start my rookie over top. We got a rookie right outside linebacker, a rookie left outside linebacker. So yeah. Let's go ahead and sim the halfway. Let's go ahead and sim to the mid-season. See what our record is. Alright, after week 8, our record is 1-4-1. Let's look at the stats real quick. Dwayne Haskins thrown 10 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Rushing wise, Bryce Love has 211 yards off of 69 rushes and 1 touchdown. Antonio Gibson has 3 rushing touchdowns with 162 yards. Receiving, Steven Sims has 401 yards with 2 touchdowns. Terry has 5 touchdowns, 383 yards. Our rookie has 3 touchdowns off of 155 yards. Where's our tight end? 1 touchdown after 308 yards. Defensive wise, sacks. Our rookie left outside linebacker is leading in sacks with 2.5, followed by Jonathan Allen, Matthew, whatever his last name is, Brian Kerrigan, Cole, Chase Young. Interception wise, Kendall Fuller and Fabian Monroe both have 1 interception. So let's go ahead and look at the line and see if I can make any trades before we continue. Alright, so we're trading Antonio Gibson and a 5th and a 4th round pick for a 2nd round pick from the Tennessee Titans. This is a trade we're sending to LA right here for a 2nd round pick. That's all the trades we're going to be making this season, so let's go ahead and head into the playoffs. So at the end of the season, we made the playoffs with an 8-7-1 record. We're playing the 11-5 San Francisco 49ers. Let's go ahead and check the stats out. Dwayne Haskins threw for 4,000 yards, 28 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions, having a good season, his 3rd year. Rushing wise, Peyton Barber ran for 755 yards, 5 touchdowns. Bryce Love ran for 6 touchdowns, 485 yards. Receiving, Steven Sims with another 1,000-yard season with 8 touchdowns. Terry McLaurin with 10 touchdowns on 974 yards. Our rookie tight end has 714 yards, 3 touchdowns. Our rookie receiver has 6 touchdowns, 577 yards, having a good season for his rookie year. Defensive wise, Ryan Kerrigan led the team in sacks with 9, followed by Matthew, whatever his last name, with 4.5, followed by Chase Young with 3, and so on and so on. Interceptions, Kendall Fuller had 5 interceptions this season, with Cole Holcomb having 2, Troy, however you pronounce his last name, having 2, and so on and so on. Our rookie left outside linebacker had a pick 2. So let's go ahead and sim this week for the wild card round. See if we win. See if we don't. I don't know. So we knock off the San Francisco 49ers with a 30-24 victory. Now we have the 12-4 Green Bay Packers. Let's see what we can do. And we lose 24-9 with an injury. Who got hurt? Our rookie left tackle got injured during that game, but it's okay. We have 35 minutes left in this rebuild, so hopefully we can win a Super Bowl before then. At the start of free agency, here's our offense. We need running backs Here's our defense, not so bad. So yeah, all we need really is running back and free safeties. So we're going to attempt to sign running back Leonard Fournette to the team. We're also going to attempt to sign free safety Monte Nicholson to the team. We got both of our free agent signings. I don't have to sign anybody else, so let's go ahead and get to the draft. Before the start of the draft, I'm not really seeing anything that we really need, like we're dying to need, besides maybe some depth at running back, quarterback, free safety, maybe a middle linebacker, corner, I don't know. So let's go ahead and hop into the draft. So with our first pick, we're going to get middle linebacker Nick Beckham out of South Carolina, who is a 73 overall.
Are now on the clock.
With our 2nd round pick, we're going to look at Adrian Brackett out of Purdue. Probably not going to be that great, but
The
hey.
Broncos are now on the clock.
With this pick, we're going to draft right outside linebacker Emmett Strong out of Villanova.
The Giants are now on the clock.
With the 3rd pick, we're going to draft middle linebacker Donovan Mason out of Michigan State.
The Texans.
With this pick, we're going to get free safety J.D. Florence out of Georgia.
The Texans are now.
So at the end of the draft, here is a team, our offense, nothing really new. Here's our defense, nothing really new. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to halfway through the season. So halfway through the season, we are 4-2, tied for first place in the division. Let's look at the stats. Dwayne Haskins has 10 touchdowns, 3 interceptions for 1,400 yards. Rushing wise, Bryce Love has 250 yards, 0 touchdowns. Leonard Fournette, 1 touchdown. Markel Thornton, 2 touchdowns. Receiving, Steven Sims, 447, 2 touchdowns. Terry, 343, 2 touchdowns. Clayton, all that. Yeah. Defensive wise, sacks. Sack leader is Chase Young, Ryan Kerrigan, so on and so on. Interception wise, Kendall Fuller and Adrian Brackett are tied for most interceptions with 1. I don't think we really need to make any trades, so let's go ahead and send to the playoffs. So we have made the playoffs on an 8-7-1 record again, coming in 3rd place in the division. Let's check out the stats. Dwayne Haskins went 29-14 with 3,700 yards. Not as good of a season as last season, but did the job to get us to the playoffs. Rushing wise, Leonard Fournette, 597 yards with 1 touchdown. Markel Thornton led with 5 touchdowns. We really need to get a run game going if we're going to win anything. Receiving wise, Steven Sims had another 1,000 yards season with 13 touchdowns. Terry McLaurin, 4 touchdowns off of 944. Terry Higgins, 7 off of 644 yards. Clayton, 587 with 3 touchdowns. Defense, Chase Young led with 5 sacks, so on and so on. Interceptions, Kendall Fuller with 2, so on and so on. So let's get and skip this week, see if we win against the 10-6 San Francisco 49ers. And we lose 24-21. So we need to hurry up because we got 25 minutes left to try to win a Super Bowl. So let's go ahead and get to the offseason. So at the start of free agency, here's the team. We need a center, left guard, and a right tackle. On defense, we need a backup defense. No, we don't. We don't need a backup defense tackle. Defense still looks okay. We're going to attempt to sign left guard Phil Haynes. We're also going to attempt to sign center Lamont Gaillard. And at right tackle, we're going to attempt to sign Caleb McGarry. At strong safety, we're going to sign a backup Justin Evans. We got all our signings, so let's go ahead and send them to the draft. We got 20 minutes left to try to win a Super Bowl. So with the draft, this is the team right here. We don't have a backup quarterback. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. Nothing too bad. So with the first pick, we're going to sign running back Marcus Billingsley out of Kansas State.
The Chargers.
So since we drafted a running back, we're going to trade Bryce Love, a 4th and a 3rd round pick for next year for a 1st round pick again in this year. With this pick, we're going to draft free safety Luke Warner out of Penn State.
The Patriots.
With this pick, we're going to draft left end Deron Middlebrooks out of TCU.
The Chargers are now on the clock.
So after the end of the draft, here's the offense with our new running back. Here's the defense with our new free safety. We also got a left end backup. So yeah, let's go ahead and sim halfway through the season. We also have 17 minutes left to try to win. So let's go. So halfway through the season in week 9, we're at 2-5-1, not having a good season at all. So we're going to sim to the playoffs with 16 minutes left. So after this season, we did not make the playoffs. We went 4-11. So luckily we'll have an early pick for our probably will be our last season before the time runs out. So let's go ahead and get to the off season. So at the start of free agency, here's the offense right here. Here's the defense. We need a right outside linebacker, honestly. Some corners. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to attempt to sign cornerback Colton Hill to a 2-year deal. We're also going to attempt to sign cornerback Darius Slay Jr. We got both our players, so let's go ahead and get to the draft. Before the draft starts, here's the offense. Here's the defense. So let's go ahead and get to the draft. So with this pick, we're going to need cornerback James Anderson out of NC State.
The Bills.
We're going to send through the rest of the draft because honestly, the only next pick we have 5th round pick. We also have 10 minutes left. Here's the team after the draft that'll hopefully lead us to the Super Bowl. Probably not, but we're being hopeful. Here's the defense. So let's go ahead and get to it. At the midseason mark, we are 5-2, leading our division over top of the 5-3 Cowboys. Let's go ahead and look at the stats since this will probably be our last season. Dwayne Haskins has 1,600 yards, 11 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Rushing wise, Leonard Fournette has 129 rushes for 486 yards, 6 touchdowns. He has 3 touchdowns, 226 yards. Receiving wise, Steven Sims, 447, 2 touchdowns. Terry McLaurin, 359, 2 touchdowns. Terry Higgins, 316, 4 touchdowns. Clayton, there you see it. On defense, leading in sacks is Montez Sweat was 4, Deron Payne 3, so on and so on. Interceptions, Kendall Fuller was 4 halfway through the season. And yeah, that's the rest right there. So let's go ahead and send to the playoffs. This will be my last season. I have 8 minutes left, so there's really no reason to go into all season. I'm not going to have much time to do anything. So hopefully we can win Super Bowl this season. If not, that'll be the video, and mission failed. So let's go ahead and send to the playoffs. So at the end of the season, we finished 11-4-1, finishing first in our division with a good record. Let's go ahead and look at the stats. Dwayne Haskins finished with 3,900 yards, 34 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. Rushing wise, Leonard Fournette hit just barely over 1,000 yards with 11 touchdowns. Artemis finished with 515 yards and 4 touchdowns. This guy finished with 89 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns also. Dwayne Haskins also added 2 touchdowns with 81 yards. Steven Sims with another 1,000-yard season, 7 touchdowns. Terry McLaurin finished with 793 yards, 8 touchdowns. Terry Higgins finished with 776 yards with 9 touchdowns. Clayton Creighton finished with 536 yards and 3 touchdowns. Defensively, Montez Sweat led this team in sacks with 11, followed by Chase Young with 8, Deron Payne with 6, so on and so on. Interceptions, Kendall Fuller had 9 interceptions this season. 9 interceptions, followed by Darius Slay with 3, Cole Holcomb with 2, Landon Collins with 1, Donovan Mason with 1, Luke Warner with 1. So let's go ahead and start the playoffs against the 8-7-1 Packers. Let's go ahead and see if we win this game. Hopefully we do, and go on to the divisional round. We won 28-14 against the Green Bay Packers at home. Now we have the 10-6 Cowboys at home. Let's go ahead and sim it. Hopefully make the conference championships. So let's go. We went 24-21, and now we have the 10-6 Seattle Seahawks at home. One more game, and if we win, we're in the Super Bowl in our last season. So let's go ahead and sim to it, see if we're in. Honestly, can't watch right now. I don't want to look. I'm not looking, So hopefully we made it. And we lost. What was the score? We lost 35-7 at home. Oh my god. Damn, bro. This was a season 2, dog. This was a season. So with 5 minutes, we really ain't gonna have time to do anything in the off season. So that's gonna wrap up this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Comment what you would have done differently. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And thank you for watching. I'm out.